Strap in, folks. This is going to be a rather entertaining but longer video. This person came into one of the comment sections of one of my videos and said, "Can you correct Mr. Global's lies? Come on, stop being so biased." Hang on. To which somebody said, "What lies? If you know he lied, why don't you correct him?" The original poster came back and said, "Tom's an expert." And then another person says, "Point out some examples." And the original poster said, "Ask your Lord and Savior Tom Powell, the unbiased know-it-all junior." And then they just laughed at him and called it a day. This is that gentleman's account. His bio says, "My channel is for white, straight males." Well, at least we know who you're trying to attract into your circle now. White, straight males. Now let's take a look at some of his content.
So Tom Powell Jr. says I'm wrong. That Black Lives Matter never destroyed an American city. I beg to differ. PPP protest settlements cost the city over $9.1 million since 2020. And this is in Portland. The latest figures obtained by Street Roots from the City of Portland's Office of Budget and Finance show the city has paid over $9.1 million and counting for police violence during protests since widespread demonstrations began in May of 2020. This was over George Floyd, and it continued into 2021. And the police had to use tear gas, rubber bullets, and etc., etc. Necessary force. The protesters engaged in arsoning, rioting, looting, and so on and so forth. So, Black Lives Matter is a domestic terrorist organization funded by very wealthy people, and so is Antifa, and so is the LGBT plus community. They are domestic terrorists. Make no mistake about it. Very bad people. They go after small business and law-abiding, hardworking citizens of this great nation.
So that was in response to a reply I did to one of his. He said that BLM burned down entire cities, and I said, "Wrong, try again." And what he came back with was an article about how the Portland Police Department has had to pay out over $9 million in settlements since 2020 for their police force using their police department using excessive force on people, which doesn't show any cities being burned down and only proves that the police were in the wrong, having to pay out all of those settlements. So what did you prove there? Nothing, numbnuts. His page is filled with anti-Jewish rhetoric, so you'll understand why in the next video he calls me Tom Powellstein. Name one city that BLM destroyed. Not a block.
Every major city in this country is a shithole. Tom Powellstein. BLM is just the icing on the cake. They're just the icing on the cake. That's all it is. And every major city is typically run by a liberal. And every blue state in this country, right, has a bigger divide between the rich and the poor because of left-wing policies. I'm not going to defend the right because, you know, they have their faults too.
You didn't answer the question. Name one city that was burned to the ground by BLM. Your opinion is that every major city is a shithole. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But you never answered the question. And why is it in all of your videos you're looking this way while addressing the camera? Something going on there? I mean, I can see that the eyes are a little too close together, but it's all of them. This is what you do. Oh, yeah? Well, let me tell you this. And my name's Tom Powell, not Tom Powellstein. I understand that you hate Jews. That's your issue, not mine.
Speaking, it has been enough to be a white guy. That's enough to get you a job. That's enough to get you a wife.
This has to be clickbait. There's no other explanation.
Again.
If you're a white male and you're listening to this, have you experienced any privilege applying for a job?
Yes.
I certainly haven't. I've applied for hundreds of jobs and never got a call back.
Maybe because you're an idiot.
It's not because of my resume or anything like that. It's because Well, when I went in to apply for a job, it was usually some angry feminist, and I had to look at them, and they had to look at me, and I could tell they didn't like me. Yeah, women are very, even white women, they discriminate very easily, especially ones that haven't gotten laid in a long time. But I really don't care anymore. I think the ultimate dream is to not apply for a job, get a job, and work in that job and make somebody rich. But if you truly want to be happy in life today, you want your own business. You don't want to work for somebody. You want to work for yourself. I mean, but the options now have been limited because of all these obstacles you have to go through. I mean, big business has destroyed that life. You know, small business has, you know, a small business owner that owns something that can make money. That's hard to come by today. You know, unless that establishment's been around long enough where they have a customer base where they can, you know, make it. But yeah, I mean, get fucking real. I mean, there's no white privilege anymore. It's been, even if it did exist, I haven't experienced it in my lifetime.
Okay. So because your dumb ass can't land a job, white privilege no longer exists. And it's feminist. It's women's fault that you can't get a job. It's not the fact that you can't fucking look at somebody while you're talking to them. It's not the fact that your eyes are too fucking close together. It's not the fact that you're a Jew-hating piece of shit. It's not the fact that you spread falsehoods and lies and can't string a fucking sentence together to save your life. It's somebody else's fault that you can't get a job, right? To use your own phrase, get fucking real.
You still need more money from the federal government.
He's not going to look at the camera again.
How is that a thing?
You know what? I'm fucking sick and tired of hearing this bullshit on TikTok.
Are you?
Blue states support red states.
Yes, they do.
When in fact, the federal government supports blue states, and most of the money that's taxed doesn't really go to red states. We run on a deficit. It doesn't go to red states. It doesn't get, it's a myth. And a lot of these morons on TikTok actually believe it because they keep regurgitating the same nonsense. Furthermore, California is $500 billion in debt. They can't afford all their entitlements. Let's read this article.
You go ahead. You get the point, folks. The anti-Sid the Sloth there has no fucking clue what he's talking about on any fucking topic across the board. He's severely anti-Jewish. He has shown some racist tendencies in his post. He's definitely sexist as fuck, and it's always somebody else's fault that he can't make it in life. Go figure.